Hello everyone, good afternoon, good evening, or whatever time zone you're in. It's the Aegis podcast, and it's me, Redacted, once again joined with a plethora of folks. My wonderful co-host as usual, Chelsea, the APL admin. And we got a couple of guests with us today. We got Jason Crip 5, on Team Fried Chickens.
Hey, you got the reigning APL champion there.
I mean, no, we didn't have to add that.
No, I didn't. We got Nuffies from CB Rush. We have Hybrid Carry from Dorado Gaming Epsilon, and Sluter, APL enthusiast, aka a fan. How's everyone doing today? We'll start with Chelsea as usual.
Yeah, I'm good. Ready to dive into some riveting APL action featuring the three best shooters we have and Jason Crypt 5.
Oh, hell no. What do you mean by that, Chelsea?
Know exactly what I mean by that.
Yeah, cheers, idiot.
Alright, what about you, Nuffies?
What was the question?
How are you?
Oh, I'm great. Yeah. Is there an introduction? Do I have to do an introduction?
No, you can just
do it for me
however you want to.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't know why Sluter's here, man. I think he's just here to improve his Tinder cred.
Tinder cred. Okay, man.
Okay.
Yep. You weren't even
JC,
in the game when Tinder came out, my man.
I'm doing good. I'm waiting for some of my dinner to get over here, but nothing too crazy this week. I'm chilling.
And how's it been being the reigning APL champ?
Oh, it feels great. I mean, I think
How did that happen?
What do you mean? How did that happen?
How did Jason Crip 5 win APL? Is this Mickey Mouse?
Hell no, you talking crazy?
No. Let's break it down. Let's break it down. No. Let's break it down.
I didn't even get to my main talking point first.
We'll break it down later.
My fault. Go ahead. My fault. My fault.
Hell no, man. I was about to say, man, these APL teams looking a lot weaker than last split, man. I've been an all-star. I'm an MVP candidate if I'm playing this split. Anyways, I digress.
Right.
He just found out what that word meant.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just move on. I'm tired of this conversation. Next.
All right, Sluter.
How's it going? Doing great, man. I'm excited to talk about Aegis Protector League. This is one of my favorite leagues to watch. Really kept up on it this whole season. I'm really excited for these top 4 teams. Yeah, awesome.
Sluter, name the top 4 teams right now.
It's going to be Dorado Gaming Epsilon. It's Team Fried Chicken, CB Rush, and Richards Riders. Right name. Last one right there.
You let the record show that he was not able to answer that question before we went live.
That was not. That's false. That's false.
Okay.
Nice one, Sluter.
All right. So let's get into it though, right? For real. So quarterfinals happened last week. Obviously, I was supposed to do a podcast last week, but personal things happened, so we're here this week. But actually, I kind of like that it happened because now we can talk about those quarterfinal matchups. So we'll just start with our streamed matchup of last week: Team Fried Chickens against Peak Azurite. JC, did you even play in that series?
I almost played in that series. Hey, hold on. Let me break it down for you, okay? I almost played because Early King, he almost had some work-related issues, which almost let him get held back. But thankfully for the team, they didn't need to unleash me just yet. But I think, I've watched the whole series and it was really convincing from Team Fried Chickens. Like, admittedly,
really? Okay,
like
give
the
us
first,
your thoughts then.
yeah. No, the first two games, it's just like kind of like a steamroll. Like, I don't think there's not much to go into it. But the third game, Peak Azurite tried to cook a little bit by going and build a couple of crazy picks in draft. They pulled out shit like the Ezreal mid or whatever. But I think it was a lot back and forth. But I think that was just because of the nature of the game. Like, I think out of all the quarterfinal games, I think Richard Riders and Team Fried Chicken probably were the ones that the cleanest. I think the CB Rush series was a little bit sloppy, and I think the Epsilon one looked a bit shaky against Bing Chillis Fury too.
Okay.
I agree.
Chelsea, did you also watch that series? Since
Yeah, first of all, I'm the admin for AML, not APL.
Are you really?
But yeah.
Damn.
Anyways, for
corrected
these
me.
quarterfinals matchups, it felt like the four teams that won were uncontested, especially in this Team Fried Chickens versus Peak Azurite series. Peak Azurite, coming into the league, they had a good record, sure, but they kind of seemed like randoms, and then they got first rounded like randoms, so it is what it is. They had a good run, good qualifiers, and pipeline into first round exit, I guess.
I think the biggest problem you have with Peak Azurite is the fact that they are 5 new players to the comp scene, right? I've never when you look at all these 5 players, you've never seen them before, and they're friends, and they came in here thinking they'd have a great experience. They're probably one of the highest steel bracketed teams at the beginning of the split, right? Because they were seeded as number 1 seed into their group. And you saw that, right? This is just like a comp diff, right? You have fucking Solbert, who's been playing for 22 years. You have Basting, who's 1 chips on Alex Carino's back. You have Shady Gecko, who's been around for 4 years being a dog jungler. But all of them have comp experience, right? The other 2 are useless. I don't even know who the other 2 players are. But the fact is that it's 5 comp players in the comp scene versus 5 new people. So once they got to mid game, they got absolutely dumpstered, and it's just normal, right? In fact, Peak Azurite had some okay laning phases. I don't know what Jason Crypt was watching, but I actually think that the Peak Azurite bot lane was actually pretty fine in that entire series. All the way up to the 17-minute mark, where it just absolutely looked doomed on every other front.
Yeah, I heard the 80 carry for Peak Azurite is supposed to be not bad, and sort of according to what's been spread around, that 80 carry is kind of stuck in elo hell with 4 bad teammates. But I will not
I think it's
rumors.
pretty comical that you bring up 22 years of experience when I think you and Rutledge are on the team, correct? I'm starting to think that
we could talk about that during the CB Rush. We could talk
you guys get the senior discount on the RP purchases? Or?
Yeah, I can't wait to talk about how you got worked by P Diddy, man.
You're a whole ass dad, man. JC might come. Never mind.
You forget I might be a whole ass dad, and Jason Crypt my son, bro.
Oh hell no! I don't want to hear it.
Listen, he likes the son.
Crazy.
But I do want to ask for everyone that watched the series, what do you think Peak Azurite could have done better to make that series, I guess, more competitive and not be a 3-0, or do you think just Team Fried Chickens were just really firing on all cylinders that matchup?
I think they're for sure just the better team. I don't think that there was better team won, and I think that was about it. I don't think that they like KFC would have to go out there and troll pretty hard to lose that. I think.
Yeah, I agree with hybrid. I think like Chelsea said, or like as mentioned, if they're all new to comp, then it's like it's actually fair credit to them, like for being able to make it to playoffs. Like a lot of teams that are like friend groups or whatever, like typically speaking, always like the teams that literally go
They do not
winless
make
or
it
like
that far.
yeah, exactly. They do not make it that far. So the fact that they're like already able to is like already pretty impressive by itself.
I mean, this is an org, no? Like,
This is
it's not like a good org, but like it's not like a
I mean, but
Renegade
if they're,
time
like,
type situation.
they're picked up. Their whole team was picked up like by one person, by their coach, who
They just picked up a squad of 5. Okay.
Yeah, I said there's a couple of things that I think that Peak Azurite could change, but I feel like it goes on the side of like not like bantering at this point, but BM. Like I don't want to say them out loud, but there's a couple of things that they could have changed, and one of them was not the players in that game. I'll tell you that.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
To know. Good to know. And yeah, no, definitely commendable to Peak Azurite. I was also gonna ask, do you also think, and this is for anybody, because we've been hearing a lot of stuff said about APL in general. They're like, oh, it's weaker. The teams look way worse this split compared to last split due to like Riot making an entirely new rank. Do you think that also plays a part into why maybe they made playoffs, or?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, they didn't just like squeak into playoffs though. They like made it by a pretty decent margin. In qualifiers, they were 3rd seed out of 6, I guess.
Well, I'm
which
talking
is
about the quality of the league just overall. Then
I mean, I think I'm the only one that's played in it both seasons, so I think at the top end, it's probably better this season.
Mm-hmm.
I think last season it was kind of a 2-team race. At least that's what we felt. And
Same.
I think this season it is,
Same.
I mean, there's probably three team, maybe 4 possibly, but probably 3.
Okay.
But maybe the bottom half of the league is worse. I'm not for sure. I don't really.
Yeah.
It's hard to quantify how bad teams actually are when they're just getting shit stomped. So
I mean, yeah, I tend to agree with hybrid. I think specifically for like not maybe like the top 2 teams, but like when you go from like 4 to 8, like when you think of like Flash abusers and Optimal Esports Cloud, it's like the first round exits. Purely the first round exits from last split. I don't remember who they were, and they probably were kind of terrible. So I'm sure teams like it's at least a decent sign that teams of that caliber are being knocked out early on in the playoffs.
Fair enough.
but also this playoffs is smaller with only 8 teams versus last year. I'm pretty sure it was 16.
Oh yeah.
No, it was like 12, right? It was like round of 12 and then quarters.
I mean, let's go to second round then. I still think my point stands.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
The second round exits from last season.
All right, well, let's move on to the next series. I was producing for this series, semi-casting. Oh, you were casting it too, Chelsea. And Hybrid, you were obviously a part of it. Epsilon against Bing Chiller's Fury. Yeah, I can speak on that game because I was watching it. And it was a complete mess from both sides. I'm going to be real, Hybrid. It was a messy as hell. Like, yeah, Zola and I were cooking you on when we were off air, like the team. Just putting that out there. So, what do you think? What was going on in y'all's comms? Like, it's clearly y'all were having fun at certain points, but I think the fun was like too much fun. So, want to speak on it?
Content gaming. I have nothing else to say.
Content gaming. That's it.
But no. Yeah, we were for sure a little messy at games 2 and 3. I think 1 and 4 were pretty free and like pretty much complete stomps, and then we just hard through game 2 by not being very. And then they played us better than they did the last time. I'll give them that, but we also just were definitely a little lax in games 2 and 3. But
For sure.
it is what it is.
What about you, Chelsea? Any thoughts? Because you were also casting that towards the end. So
I Hybrid, do you know if any of your teammates watched the VOD back? Like the
Oh,
casting VOD?
Yeah.
Give them- Give
at
them my
least
sincere
2 or 3 of
apologies for my comments during Game 3.
Damn.
Man, that's crazy. We were trying to break some farming records. Give us a break, dog.
Nah, man. We were.
I
Watching,
almost
like-
got
watching,
the double
like-
flame horizon. Grow up.
Watching, like, I mean, I think you were, like, the least criminal person on your team, Game 3. But watching both of the solo laners go and try and dive Xerath under tower and dive was, frankly, physically painful for me.
The comms were great. It was a
Yeah,
fun,
what did you personally
it was a
think
fun
about that?
game.
That Xerath Sivir Zillion combo. What did you think about that?
Me? I thought it was
Yep.
funny, but I don't
Funny.
think it was
Can you
very
explain on
good.
that? No, why was it funny? I don't see anything comical about those picks.
Yeah, Suitor.
Shut up.
Alright, we're moving on, guys.
No. Answer that question. Answer it.
A good strat. We like to pull it out from time to time. I really respect them for doing that. It was a good try. It's the best I got.
Alright, man. Oh, JC, sit down,
Let me
bro.
get a drink, man.
JC, sit down, please. God, man.
JC. Never mind.
What, a man can't grab a drink anymore?
Nah, I was gonna say something. I'm gonna shut up.
Yeah.
Oh, hell no. No, say it, Redacted. Go ahead.
No, don't say it. Next
I'm not gonna
match.
say it. I'm not gonna say it.
Oh, hell no.
No, one last thing I want to ask Hybrid Carry though. So your next matchup is Richard's
Riders.
Riders. Yes. How are you guys preparing for that matchup? And will we expect to see cleaner gameplay from Epsilon? Because I mean, remember you guys are carrying the Epsilon name, so like there's a little bit of prestige with that name. So, you know, what do we think we'll see from Epsilon going forward?
No, it won't be any cleaner. And
So's about to blow up the team after this.
we don't listen to Zol. That motherfucker doing nothing.
Oh, hell
Damn,
no.
no Efron out here
Right,
doing
you're
more,
right.
man. That's crazy.
Damn.
You know he's gonna watch this, right? I'm gonna clip this.
That's fine. Dorado really
course
going
you really
downhill
gonna
with
clip it?
Hoshi leaving.
Rat, man.
That's tough.
Who?
With Hoshi leaving, Dorado really downhill. I don't have anything else to say.
He ain't go nowhere, man.
Yeah, he ain't go
Motherfucker's still
nowhere.
here.
Motherfucker said he retired, still has the owner role on a
Right.
team now.
He's
like,
on a team and everything.
Yeah, like,
Sadly, he's on my team.
I don't.
Get it-
Yeah,
get
my
his ass
condol-
off.
It's
Yeah,
a
my con-
publicity stunt. Come on, guys.
my condolences, Luder.
I know.
But
it's just like-
Riders, I don't know. They're pretty good. They played us relatively close. I think they played us the hardest of anybody. I think we won 2-1, and our coach definitely griefed us game 2 for the L. He stinks. He's awful, but I think it's probably like a 3-1 us if we had to throw one for content. But other than that,
Where do you think you
Crazy.
not overperform, but where do you think you have the advantage over Richard's Riders?
jungle and top I think are the biggest. I think their mid laner, can't remember his name right now, but he's pretty good.
Quality player Zohair.
Oh yeah.
Zohair's on
He's
that team?
good. No, it's different.
It's the other like Zohair. There's a Zohair
Oh.
jungle. There's a Zohair mid, and
Okay.
Is this the Zohair that got like 3 fingers?
no, that's Zohair jungle. Yeah.
Yep. But I think they match up okay with this, and then I don't even know who their bot lane is. So
I think comparing.
Zoffa's pretty decent, but
Oh,
they're
okay.
exciting
That's a
him.
team. Okay.
Yeah,
I think they look a little bit better from
fair.
last year.
Oh, they look a million times better.
Yeah, like a million times. Like they do look better like compared to last year. But then yeah, I think you guys also like upgraded too. You guys should be able to win it, right? Surely.
Yeah, I mean that's the plan.
Confident.
It'd be like that.
He said surely.
I wouldn't be confident either with that haircut. So
Ah, hell no, Sluder. Man, you got a mop on your
Chelsea,
head,
any
man.
comments
Grow
or
up.
questions you want to ask before we
yeah,
move on?
right.
Well, I guess the question is if you think that Richard's Riders will be better or worse than the main killers that you just faced.
I think they're better for sure.
Okay. You
But
think they're gonna lock vein top, or is that a killer specific tech?
I mean, I would really enjoy that again. I mean, I respect the ego of being top in your fucking game or match deciding game, but he did not have a great time. It was nice.
Oh my god. What a matchup. Okay. All right. Let's talk about the next game because honestly, this shocked the hell out of me. Optima Esports Cloud going down to CB Rush in 4 games. Nuffies. Let's
Shock.
Yeah.
Hey,
why did talk you redacted?
Look. I have faith in my boy Zhao PP and, Epic Champion. Who else was on that team?
P. Diddy, Nuffy's father.
It just seemed like, look, I'm just saying, if this was CCS, that team wouldn't be allowed in, okay? But, different strokes. But anyway, yeah, P. Diddy, Zhao PP, the Epi Champion, Dollar Tree Death, and Yeet Love. Yeah, okay, maybe actually I'm trolling a bit. But Nuffies, so let's talk about the series, man. Obviously, it wasn't streamed on Aegis, and I'm not sure if it was. Did anyone stream that match, or was it just?
X started streaming game 2. Yeah,
Okay.
starting from game 2, X started streaming. I mean, the first game, it was not close at all.
Uh-huh.
So the one that X didn't stream, the one that the stream didn't see, was the game where, they locked in what they thought was they locked in their comfort. They chose to ignore our comfort. We locked our comfort, and then they realized they cannot play comfort-free comfort. So, and then they instantly dropped that notion. So from there, the first game was super free, super easy. It wasn't even close. And then game 2, we just realized us as a whole unit cannot play into Belveth, and we lost that game. After game 2, we all started smoking some copium and we're like, yeah, no, this Belveth champion is just too OP, guys. And we just locked in comfort game 3 again. We won. And that game was basically I apologize for the cussing, but fuck Dibble kind of game.
Yeah, no,
that didn't work. And then the next game is just back to Jungle Kingdom. I think the 2 things here that should be noted on why this series was a win for us was, one, I think Zhao PP hard underperformed. I think that this series, if Zhao PP played a bit better, I don't know what it was. It could be nerves, could be the team status. Maybe the team isn't allowing him to play his wheelhouse of champions, play his play his usual cheese shit that he could 1v9 solo carry. I've seen Zhao PP cook me on Nidalee jungle, and my entire team just gets absolutely dismantled by Nidalee jungle in a place where Nidalee jungle was not even a good pick. And then we go to this series, and he's a dog jungler for 3 out of 4 of those games. It's just it doesn't make sense what this team dynamic needed. I don't understand why we're not locking in super prio early, giving him R5 to the point where because the one time that we locked in Kha'Zix into Belveth, we knew our jungler was cooked. We knew that it wasn't going to be we went through jungle, but we thought we just went through every other lane, so it didn't matter, and it ended up mattering. And going back to that game, if they just reciprocated the series would have been a lot closer. We probably would have went to a game 5. And then realizing that I think they also then realized that they're not playing mid laners; they're playing freaking top laners mid.
Absolutely, I'm about to do this, but continue.
Yeah, playing top laners mid is disturbing to play into an artillery mage player, right? Because obviously you see 3 games of fucking Lux and 1 game of Jace, and you think to yourself, let me just lock in the lowest range possible for those teams. So they it's impossible. It's legit impossible to play. And Sluter, man,
I'm sorry, what?
This is some fun. This is some ego, man.
Go ahead. Sorry, I was listening.
Nuffies, I didn't see the post game. Did Epi lock Mordekaiser mid?
Yes,
He did.
Why did he do that? Why did he continue to do that?
It's ego. It's. I mean, I don't know if it's comfort because
or ego.
I mean, it
I
has
mean,
to be.
nothing.
I mean, it
Nothing.
has to be comfort the amount of times he just slammed it in terrible spots. No.
I mean, Chelsea,
be.
it's pretty comfortable for him to lose on. So I think like that's how it is.
Wow, JC, are you saying you gap Epi champion?
I do.
Honestly, I think JC could be Epi more mid.
Like,
Wow.
the
I
thing is,
have in the past.
statement,
That's
too.
the thing.
Epi's best performing game was game 4 where they lost and he was on Victor, because if you rewatch the fights, his knowledge was super clean in those fights and his entire team is running it down, and it's the saddest shit ever. Except for
Okay, so
P. Diddley,
I've got a
but
question
P.
for you,
Diddley's also
Nuffies.
running it down. What?
Yeah, PDD was your father, Nuffies. How you get worked by him in lane, man?
Okay, moving on. Oh, what, Sluter?
Nuffies, do you think, if at all, your pre-game ritual of not showering the day or the day before your games, do you think that attributes to winning like your lanes and winning the game, or what do you think that plays in?
Yeah, right before I do that, I have heavy intercourse with your mother. Then I don't shower, and the smell is still on me all the way through the game. And then I shower.
Okay.
Like, what do you want me to say, student? I took a shower before the
I'm
game.
simply asking a question, man. I'm simply asking. That's all.
Okay, Nuffies, a more serious question though.
Okay.
Jeez, man.
Like a good amount of like the laning phases, you were behind from PDD, your father. So like, how did you like, like, was it really just the fact that like OEC were running it down, you were able to kind of get relevant in the game again?
Game 1, I was ahead. Game 2, I was mid lane.
Sure.
Game 3, I was ahead. And game 4,
Sure.
my jungler dived in a 2v1 and died like a pig. So my
So-
lane was
All I hear is excuses, man. Come on now.
Game 1, I was
Blaming
ahead.
jungle.
Game 3, I was ahead. Game 2, I was mid. So the last game, my jungler was a dog, but I also messed up, and he did win. So
So you're saying you're gonna have to rely on your team to win again when you mess up against Team Fried Chickens?
Jesus Christ, brother.
JC, are you playing in that series?
I mean, there's a non-zero chance. There's actually a non-zero chance, which is the crazy thing.
Interesting.
The thing is locking in a tank to play against my wheelhouse is not the right way to play the game. If you are getting red side, if you're playing red side and you lock a tank into me, it's the most disgusting waste of a red side pick I've ever seen in my life. Just pick blue at that point. If you're gonna lock tank, pick blue, because then you win the game.
So Nuffies, you're gonna be up against Basting in the next round. How do you feel about his unique champion pool against you?
I mean, it's just the worst Marshall, man. I've already said this.
He's the worst version of martial arts for Y.
Correct. Yes.
Wow.
No BM. I'm just being honest. BM.
So Nuffies, quick question for you.
Yes.
Previously, you've had bad luck with picks going into playoffs, such as on Dorado Gaming Sigma when you overtook the coach and decided to play what you wanted to play and ended up feeding probably 6 deaths in a row. Going into this next match, do you believe that your picks are going to be your own and are they going to benefit you, or do you think your coach is going to pick for you?
Plus ready.
Okay.
Hell no.
Let me get a plus ready in the chat. So that's all I have to say. We don't have a coach, man.
I'm so dead. All right.
Would you
You're
would you
like-
say that not having a coach has helped the fact that you constantly ego your coaches?
Double ego, I guess.
So when it comes to draft, are you like Rutledge's like baby boy and you listen to like him say he wants to pick Lux, or
Yep, that's true. He is.
or do you like have to like write a whole essay to convince him to like let you play Pantheon?
No. Okay. On all seriousness, I don't want Pantheon in a lot of the games. Pantheon is picked, but I give him 3 options, one including Pantheon, and he locks Pantheon. So, what are the other 2 options that I'm asking for that he's locking Pantheon out of all those 3? That's what you have to think about.
Sorry,
He probably thinks that the champion that requires the least hands he probably picks for you, I would assume.
I think so. I think Pantheon is the most absolutely disgusting top laner in the game, but that's a different story.
On it. Holy shit.
Yeah, because you need like the least reaction time and mechanics for it.
No, because he
for old age.
wins. He does not lose any single lane, and his worst part of the game, he just roams for it, right? So that's it. So like, it's the easiest way to win lane, then not interact during his weakest point, which is mid game, and then his one of his other strong points is late game. It's just then you can interact with enemies.
You mean ADCs where you just one shot them?
Yes, correct. Yeah. In mid game, like that's Pantheon's weakest point. Oh Jesus Christ!
Does this turn into a champion spotlight, or can we keep going? Or
Okay, so you know what though? We talked about you against Optimal, but let's talk about your next matchup, right? Against Team Fried Chickens. Like, how are you guys feeling about that matchup? And obviously, without giving anything away, like, how are you preparing for that? Or is there anything, I won't say that concerns you, because all you guys ego and say no, nothing concerns us about our opponents. So I will more so ask just what, all right, yeah, basically, like, how are you guys going into it? Like, what are you feeling about it?
I mean, there's obviously concerning like points in the game, right? Like, I can't say there's no concern, because at any point, the matches we lose in one way.
When I say concerns, I mean more about like the individual players or lanes per se. Like,
no,
is there we don't lane, like, you feel like, is there a weak point on their team that you maybe have noticed? You don't gotta say what it is, but you can just be like, yeah, you know.
I mean, I mean, no offense. I think like obviously I think the jungle matchup is very skewed in our favor.
Okay.
And other than that, the other lanes are just like whatever.
That doesn't have to be
I think
offensive.
Yeah, I mean, our prep doesn't change much, because we're literally just playing the exact same thing. We are an open book. You go to our Aegis stat sheet. We are the exact same the exact same players from week 6 of Aegis to now.
You hear that,
like,
Shady?
We have not changed. We have not changed from playing Mint Gaming in Nameless to now. Like, we have not changed, and we're not planning on changing. It's working. So if someone can find an answer that none of these teams before them have found an answer, I mean, more power to them.
Caitlyn Lux. Okay.
Don't forget Vel'Koz.
Yeah, Vel'Koz.
B1.
That's a good one. Yeah, B1.
Yeah.
Good one.
Okay.
You know, I think studies have shown when you've been in the same elo for 10 years, you tend to get better a little bit. And I think that's...
Yeah, not me.
What elo are you in, Sluter?
Diamond and Masters. Masters, actually.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, not plat.
That's cool, Sluter. What's that to do with this conversation?
Good bait there. Good bait, Redacted.
No,
well, he asked me the question, nothing.
I mean, that's a good question, because I think we should all go to op.gg/thunder/NA/looter and
You
find
can,
out.
but then you have to realize you're going to be like everybody else and not look at the alts. So, go ahead.
The alts, yeah. New accounts.
Sounds like
I listed the alts to you, man. I told you.
All right, let's look up No Ego Sluter.
Don't worry about that one. Let's not look up anything about that.
What were the other ones? Plutocracy or something?
Don't worry about it,
What is a plutocracy, actually?
It doesn't exist. It's just like Nuffy's game.
I'm
There's
just
nothing
saying,
there.
like, Sluter, why aren't you on a team? Why aren't you on a team? If you know,
I'm not in Aegis. I'm on a team, but not in Aegis.
Oh, really? What team are you on?
Okay.
Dorado Gamma.
By the way, anyone can interject on the CB Rush angle, because I've been talking about my entire team this entire time. But what is everyone else's opinions?
You guys are playing
Team Fried Chicken.
Fried Chickens. I mean, I'm rooting for you to win, so my top laner can show up to fucking Omega Scrims at like any point in time. So I'm praying on your upball. I think Shady versus Joby is a hard matchup, because Joby's just gonna take this guy's camps and Shady just not gonna do anything about it. I think it's just stylistically a rough matchup for Mr. Gecko. I mean,
Why?
because Joby's gonna walk into Shady's jungle, take his camps, and then Shady's not gonna do anything about it. That's exactly why.
But
Am I wrong?
Why is that going to happen?
But like, why? Does that make sense? Should I be more?
They're
specific?
baiting you into saying jungle diff. It's a jungle diff.
But-
yes.
No,
I mean,
that's not
it's-
what I mean. I mean, like, why? Like, why is Shady
'cause I
gonna
mean,
let that
Shady-
happen? Is
Shady
Lander's
just-
not gonna help him? Is that what you're saying?
I
Or
mean,
Shady's not gonna be.
Shady
is he a
plays,
vegetarian
like-
jungler? Like, why?
I mean,
Yeah, pretty much.
it's the fact that he's not a vegetarian. Because vegetarian implies that he just sits and eats his camp. Shady just kind of is good at running around the map and like supporting his laner's rights, which is a lot better against teams that are not used to having a lot of jungle pressure. and better against junglers that are gonna gank a lot too, because then Shady can show up and counter gank. But if Joby's just gonna play Hecarim, then anytime Shady shows on like River or like on a ward, he's just gonna go into the other quadrant and farm like 10 CS a minute. So it's really rough. I don't know.
So then how does Shady
it's
counteract that, Chelsea?
I don't know. Have his team kill Joby, like invade, but I've never seen like a Shady team like play for jungle. Shady teams always like play for laners, right? If you have someone like Bozos and you just like have your laners move with Dojos into Joby's jungle when he's farming, it's like kind of rough, right?
Who's Dojos? Does he like play in Aegis or something, or?
He plays with Titan, right?
Yeah.
He
Wait, why is
played
it
in
Dojos
Titan.
Aegis?
I wouldn't know.
Ooh.
My lawyers
am I gonna
have
have to go
informed me
back
that
and like beep that name?
I don't think so.
I know, I'm totally joking, but it'd be funny
Okay.
if I did.
One thing is though, like I'm just like looking at the stats as well. Like Early King is like he's kind of different. He has the highest damage out of his team. Like,
Stats don't
how do
mean
you think that
shit,
mid
though,
matchup
all
is
the
gonna go?
time.
JC, then would that make you say that you're the second best mid laner on your team if Early King is so good? Or,
I'm not afraid to say he's better than me. He looks way better than me right now. Of course.
there we go. That's good character development, JC. I'm proud of you.
Good job, JC.
I'd clear Rutledge though, but like that's a different story.
That's true. That's true. I've heard stories.
Nuffies, what are your thoughts on the mid matchup?
I think that it takes a lot more of a player than Earl King to stop Rutledge from just sitting there and artillerying people.
Farming from 2 football fields away. I mean,
Mid match never matters against CB.
Oh wait, I just
Exists,
saw a
yeah.
question from Storm. What happened to Shane from CBR?
You're asking me what happened to Shane, why he got replaced.
Yeah, what happened to him? Storm wants
it's-
to know for our hotline APL segment, which is going on throughout the entire podcast.
It's just he had a lot of like school issues. Like he was full-time work, full-time school, and he just couldn't be fucked to show up for scrims. Like he just didn't want to put too much commitment into something that he wasn't really enjoying anymore. Which is he wasn't really enjoying the whole team aspect and also full-time on both, and it was kind of just like waning on his conscience. So he just stopped. But he's back now, and he can surely sub in if I like super underperform for sure.
I wasn't laughing at you, by the way. I was laughing at JC when he got up. Just to make that clear.
Like if we go down 0-2, like I'm just be like, hey Shane, something's not
Why is
working here.
JC's apartment so messy?
I mean,
It is not messy.
let's be
There's
honest. Like
organization to the
CBR is
chaos,
just not
Chelsea.
losing. Let's just be honest. CBR is not losing, and it's not even a bias. It's just the fact that 3 of those players should not be in plat. And that's all I'm gonna say.
Which three?
It is actually
Rutledge-
very
Rutledge,
interesting
Dibble,
that
and
Rutledge is
Nuffies.
still in plat, even with the Elo.
Isn't that funny?
Split.
Yeah, you think so. You gotta think about it. Yeah, Rutledge, Dibble, and Nuffies. I've played
Yeah,
all 3.
Nuffies too.
All of them are definitely better than at least D4. So
This is some weird accusations.
actually, Rutledge might be Emerald 1. Rutledge might be Emerald 1.
I'm definitely hard stuck.
Dibble for sure. Dibble for sure is a good enough player to get D2, D3. I remember him.
I don't think so. I think I'm perfectly like good here. Like deep, like Emerald
Yeah, I'm
1
sure.
maybe is my cap. I think I would say, being nice to myself, I say Emerald 1. But like realistically, I'm like an Emerald 3 player. Okay.
Nuffies, aren't you
You're
currently?
You're just lucky there's no cap on
Nuffies,
the
aren't you currently Diamond 4?
No.
Oh.
Actually, he is.
I was boosted. I paid for boost. I can show you the PayPal.
Wait,
we have this
are you
recorded, right?
admitting to
Redacted?
on live on the podcast?
Yeah. I for sure got boosted. Yeah, for sure.
Who boosted
So you're
you?
saying that you're not good enough?
No, I'm definitely not. Yeah, no.
So that means you're
Yeah.
gonna lose, right?
Yeah.
Because you're not good enough.
Oh no, I'm still gonna win. Everyone else sucks more. It's just I suck too, like really badly.
So Nuffies, what do you say in a reply to the people, the constant large amount of people that say that your girlfriend
Oh my God.
slaps your ass and opens the door for you, tucks you in at night,
Okay.
and makes you do like a little sleepy dance before sleep time? What do you say? How do you reply to those allegations?
Okay.
Usually with a yes, mommy.
Okay. Understood.
All right. Let's talk about literally anything else.
That was good
Why is Sluder here bad?
That was funny.
Is he just
I'm ready to talk about the league, but you keep just talking about Pantheon. You're going to explain his Q is WE. You're going to explain how he's the best champion of the game.
Yes.
I mean, Keep going if you want, but I mean,
All right. Let's move on. Okay, and then yeah, we already talked about Richard's Riders and whatnot. But did anyone watch their series? Was it even streamed or anything?
I did.
Yeah, I actually watched the series.
The Richard Rider series?
Yeah, I did.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Okay,
did too.
talk to
I did as well.
Also. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you can go. No, you can go hybrid because I've just talked too much already.
Hybrid, please. I don't want to hear Nuffy's talk.
Okay. Honestly, it just looked like FA played like really bad, like for a lot of the series, like just like really fucking bad.
Mm-hmm.
Their games were pretty sloppy in general too, especially towards the end of the series.
Mm-hmm.
I think 2 and 3 were pretty sloppy, but I think Riders was just overall the better team, and that was it.
Okay.
A lot.
Wait, am I tripping, or did Riders not have their starting jungler for that game?
No,
for game 1?
Oh yeah, no, only for game 1. Yeah, even in game 1 they looked like good, even like with a sub.
Yeah.
I think. For Flash Booster, I just think that they had they just too many roster swaps into like someone that's been playing the entire time, and also the fact that they're like playing some like really weird things. Like
Define weird.
Like they're just playing. They just have very weird like compositional like building. It just doesn't.
Oh, so
it just doesn't
like
make sense.
Being chillers, comp as well.
Yeah. I mean, they picked like Rakan, Ashe, Nocturne, which is like really good for like picking, and then they lock Orianna into like they lock Orianna into like Ezreal, Leona, Ornn. Like it doesn't really your champ doesn't matter there.
Weird draft compositions. Yeah, Fury had the same issue, which was really part of their downfall as well, because they did give Epsilon a run for their money, but some of their drafts were just like they're diametrically opposed. Half the draft wants to do this, the other half wants to do this. So how will they work together?
Exactly. I think Richard Riders also like don't have the most balanced drafting, but I think that the one good notion from this series that you saw is that we got to see that actually Ezreal is a really good champion. I don't know if Hybrid was watching intently, but like watching this series, I made me realize.
He was watching.
Yeah, he was watching.
He played well.
Like I think
Ezreal pretty well.
Yeah, exactly. I think that Ezreal is a really good champion right now, and I think their Ezreal play is really good. I think that's something that you can like think about not having. If like, I guess Kai'Sa's like a response to it in a sense, but I think this champion, after every other champion got hit with nerfs, I think this Ezreal champion is like looking really good. I think some teams are picking up on it now.
Do you think he's as good as Pantheon?
Oh my god.
No.
Anyway, moving on to the quiz.
There's a quiz?
Of course, there's always a quiz. Come on now.
Hell yeah.
I'll be right back.
Oh yeah.
Yes, we were getting 0 out of 10 on this quiz.
Absolutely, he will. All right, transitioning. Here we go. Quiz time. All right. Here's your first question. Do you need me to read it out loud? 3 teams are tied at 65% first blood percentage. Which team is not one of the 3? By the way, these stats are all the way updated. So, and JC, don't you dare even cheat, because I know you got.
No, including playoffs or not including playoffs.
These stats are based on the most current update, includes regular season and qualifiers. That's what PDS told me.
Okay.
So no playoffs.
So no playoffs.
Yeah.
With range T
Where do we
time.
write this, by the way?
And you just say it.
Oh,
It's
say it, yeah.
team
Is this
effort.
a
Team effort.
I'm saying range T time.
is it not just Team Fried Chickens?
Really? I think it's either them or like Renegade Tea Time, because Renegade Tea Time's like a not
Which
good
of them is-
team.
I know Peak
there?
Azurite has.
I guess Peak Azurite only has the good AD carry as well.
No, I know. No, actually, when I checked this like 2 weeks ago, Peak Azurite did have a hot ton of first bloods,
Uh,
I think
and I know
I-
Joby gets a lot of first bloods as well.
I'm going
So-
with Renegade Tea Time.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'm gonna go with
Who the fuck was
CBR.
that? Who the fuck was that?
Yeah, let's-
I think Joby has a lot of first bloods, though. I don't know. I think it's Team Fried Chickens actually.
I
You
will
guys
go
are
with-
I think
all
it-
wrong. It's CV Rush with 61.1.
I said
told you.
CVR. I said
told you
CVR.
CVR. I fucking
Wait,
said it.
Wait, how many do we have?
I don't know. All I
I
know
didn't
is
say
who
it.
was first.
I didn't say
I literally said CVR. Did I not?
Oh, did you?
JC
it. I don't
did.
think you did,
Okay,
JC.
my fault, JC. All right, which team has the highest average goal difference from 15 to 25 minutes? And then you see underneath there, gold gain more than their opponent, starting at 15 and ending at 25.
This is FA, right?
Yeah, it has
I
to
think
be
it is
FA, right?
FA. Yeah, I think it's FA.
Yeah.
I think we're second or third.
You guys are correct. FA
Flash abusers.
3,200.
Got it. Fucking nailed it.
All right.
Yes, Suter?
Which player has the highest average deaths per game? 10 games minimum.
Septi.
I don't know any of these ones except for I know one person.
No, I
on
don't
this,
think it's
and
Septi. I don't think it's Septi.
I don't think it's Septi, but I think it'd be really funny if it was Septi, so I'm gonna say Septi.
Yeah, I think it's. I also
Actually, I
think it's
agree.
really funny if it was
I'm gonna say
Septi.
Sushi Man 777.
I think it's Cowrie.
Anybody else? Is that everybody?
I'm just gonna say Septi again because it'd be funnier.
All right. Unfortunately, it is Crab Wranglers Adam with 6.9.
What the
minutes.
Thought it was gonna be Dalton.
Wait,
Actually, I'm not surprised by that, knowing Adam.
Oops.
you know who this player is?
Yeah.
All right. Which champion has been selected the most on red side?
Hmm.
It's
Probably.
either Sejuani or Rel, right?
Yeah,
I'm saying I'm gonna go with Sejuani. That's what I'm gonna go with.
I think Rel.
This is not playoffs. Oh shit.
I'm gonna go with
This is just all regular
Sejuani.
season and qualifiers.
Honestly, looking at all of OCE drafts, they locked Sejuani on red like 8 times.
Oh, I'm going with Rel. Actually, I'll go with Rel.
Everybody answered?
I think so.
Chelsea?
Yeah, I said Sejani.
Oh, my fault. I didn't hear you. All right. The
You
answer is Rel, actually. 28.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, get shit on.
Is Nautilus and Zaya are second and third with 27.
Because Rel's like what, top 2 pick champ, right? So it would be.
How many unique champions have been
Yeah,
selected in
JC,
APL?
good job reading chat, buddy.
This is 122.
122 for show.
I think there's okay. There's if there's I
There's
think
120
there's
before
more.
playoffs. There's 120 before playoffs, and there's not many unique picks after that.
Why do you know that?
Dude, Nuffy, stop cheating, man.
I wanted- I
Reading
wanted to-
stats all day.
No. I wanted to pick when someone announced it in stats. I think it was Duan announced it in stats. I wanted to pick champions that were unpicked, but then I looked at all of them and I thought I'd rather not.
Fucking stat mongler, dude.
Chelsea, did you guess?
I mean, I trust
Hold
this giant nerd. 122.
Okay. I think 122 is way too little though.
Yeah.
But okay, 160. I don't think it's
We
160.
know
I'm
you're
gonna
good
go
with
with
little things,
145.
so
I think it's 145. I'm good with numbers.
All right. JC,
Yeah.
you're probably cheating, but you're correct.
Huh? what do you mean I'm cheating?
Cheater.
How am I cheating? What do you mean I'm cheating?
Well,
Dad?
well,
That
usually
opened
like
earlier, so I don't
usually
know.
I
you're
don't.
not
I literally don't.
Usually you're not
Oh,
good with
hell
numbers
no.
past 18.
Duan,
All right, what skin is this? What's the name of this skin?
just a Kale.
That's
No.
It's not Silver Kale?
No.
No.
Oh.
Silver kills silver. More silver.
Wait,
Okay.
Judgment. See, look at that. Oh my god, I'm so good, man.
Players who played at least 10 games in season 1. That's no fair, man. I wasn't even around for season 1.
Yeah, you want Judgment Kale?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I
love
mean,
Gale.
Nuffy's would know. He's been around then.
That's fair.
yeah, I messed up just the current
All right, what
judgment.
champion ability is this?
That's.
What the
Is that?
He said, yes, I'm aware this
Passive?
image is
Is
low
it-
quality. That makes it.
Is it a passive?
Nocturne?
What the fuck is that?
Nocturne passive.
No.
Is it
Yeah.
not?
Nope.
Wait,
No, that's
redacted. Is it blacked out on purpose?
Yes,
It's
it's
Zed?
always black.
Yeah, that's-
Or is that-
no,
is that-
no, JC.
Is this new
Condemn.
Zeddy?
Who said that?
It's a new Zeddy,
I
right?
said condemn.
That is correct. It
There's
is
no way
Zeddy,
that's
Shadow Slash.
Oh, that's,
Oh,
No, it's
okay,
not.
yeah,
It's,
it's Zeddy.
it's
okay,
new
that looks
Zeddy.
like it.
I
thought
thought
it
we were
was
saying
condemned.
yes to. How would that be condemned, JC?
It sort of looks like a crossbow,
No,
no?
it doesn't.
No, it does
JC,
not.
mind yourself.
Man, whatever.
All I'm
She
saying is this
sorta
is a-
looked 18.
Okay,
My
if
fault.
this is a Rorschach test, JC, you just fail it, man. I don't know.
All right, guys. Well, with that being said, we're gonna start wrapping it up. But You know what? I want to ask everyone one last question before we go. Not Sluter, because you're not on a team. And
Cheers, man.
JC, I don't really know if you can answer this because I don't know if you've been
I could.
playing with fried chickens. So I'll start with Hybrid and Nuffies. How's your chemistry been now at this point in the season? How would you describe it at this stage of the season? Start with Nuffies compared to when you first started.
Yeah, when we first started, oh boy, it was a lot of yelling. Like,
We'll get your blankets out.
Who was yelling more? Who's yelling the most? Say it.
me. I'm getting.
Who are you yelling
me.
at?
No, I'm just like I was yelling at the team as a whole. Like I was like saying like something needs to happen if I'm getting permacamped and permacounter picked. And yeah, I mean up to this point, like now. We're just like we go into scrims, we know we're going to win. We go into a match, we know we're going to win. We know what we want to do. Every single one of us knows what each other wants to do, and if anything goes south in the game, we all contribute call-outs to making the game either as hard for the enemy to win as possible, or a way to come back into the game.
Okay. Hybrid.
I think we're pretty chill for the most part. I don't. Other than or being one of the people of all time, I think everybody's pretty happy.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, you don't have to give a very paragraph long answer like Nuffy, so that's fine. JC, I guess I'll ask you, but I don't know. Have you actually been playing with fried chickens or no?
I mean, I've interacted with them before. I played with Gecko one time.
Oh my god!
And
All
from what
right,
Oh no! I have an answer to give. But no, essentially, like I think they seem pretty chill. Like a lot of them, like I got to listen into some of the comms too from like when Sober managed to stream or when Gecko managed to stream, I think, and it seems like they have like a pretty good idea of what they need to do and stuff. But I don't know. I can't speak specifically about how they change it over the split. But as of right now, like they seem like they have it sorted out. Like I feel like they don't have many like kinks in the iron.
Okay. Score for fried chickens against CB Rush, JC.
I think this is just me personally. I know Grandpa Nuffy isn't going to be too happy with it, but I think whichever team like
score.
Yeah, whichever team wins game 2 is winning 3-1.
3-1. Whichever team wins game 2 is winning 3-1. You said.
I think so. I think it's like really going to come down to like who figured out first.
Okay. Nuffies, what about you?
Yeah, 3-1 probably. I'm sure they can find one answer to some draft, and then we'll win by banning it.
All right. Hybrid for your score against the Richard Riders.
3-1 us.
Oh yeah, you said content gaming at least once. It's always in the
Yeah, we gotta
contract.
We gotta have a game where we just fuck off. So yeah.
All right.
Hybrid, you picking buy?
Yeah.
Hot take. I actually think Epsilon 3-0's Richard Riders.
My hot take is I think it'll go to 5.
Okay.
I gotta see how game 1 looks first, and then that will determine if it goes to 5 or not. But I don't think that's a hot take, JC.
I'm not a huge Epsilon believer. I'm just a huge non-believer in this Richard Riders team.
I saw how Epsilon played last week, and I believe in the content.
I mean, having been the only person in this call to have beaten Epsilon in the last split in a bit,
Nuffies beat them in
Not even true.
Nameless.
Oh, never mind. Okay, what Mickey Mouse League? Talking real league here, Chelsea. We really count Nuffies beating Epsilon in the Bulgarian 4th division?
Oh,
Hell
should
no.
we mention how Nuffies in Game 5 of Metashift Finals swapped mid and slapped you up? Or
Yeah,
we're not talking about that either.
Let's not talk about the Hong Kong Youth Cup,
by the way.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about the Hong Kong Youth Cup or whatever.
All right, Chelsea, what about you?
Hell no.
Your prediction?
My predictions: 3-0 CB Rush, 3-1 Epsilon.
Damn.
Okay.
I think CB Rush just destroys this KFC team.
Gotcha.
I think
Almost like they're sitting.
Nah, game three, they're subbing me, and I'm gonna reverse sweep them. Don't worry.
All right.
Yeah, they're gonna put Nuffy's mid, and we're gonna find out how that happened.
Oh, I don't know.
Don't worry about it.
JC, you losing to Nuffy's mid, man? Ain't no way. I've seen the
Man,
worst of
Sluter,
that.
shut up, man.
Seen the worst of
All right,
it.
let's
no.
start with last.
Get on risk the rain
last
tonight.
words, though. Sluter,
All
you
right,
start. You go first, man. Any last shout outs or?
Well, you didn't ask me my predictions, so it's kind of crazy to me.
Yeah,
But
because you're not in this league. You don't even know. You don't
literally-
even know who the
I'm a
teams
fanatic.
were.
I'm literally an APL fanatic. I watch
Alright, so what are
every
your
week.
predictions?
All right, Sluter,
What are your predictions?
It's going to be 3-0 CB Rush because they are not plat. It's going to be 3-1 Epsilon. And then that's it.
Wait, but basting is D2.
Oh, okay. So yeah, sure. Basic D2.
All right,
Yes.
so is that your last remarks?
Top lane's not inflated at all, man. Yeah, last remarks. Yeah.
All right, Nuffies, you next.
Yeah, shout out to all my fans. Shout out to all my haters. I don't know why you guys hate me, but I guess someone has to be the villain in their fucking orange
Oh,
story.
that's so cringe, man.
So
It's your fucking winter arc.
I love you all. It's all just a
Okay.
game, by the way.
Okay.
I don't hate anyone. It's just a game.
But
I'm not shouting at anyone. I want to say fuck you, dumbass motherfucker, man. All this motherfuckers been doing in Twitch chat, been talking shit about me. Motherfucking dumbass, man. Hell nah.
Can I go next?
Wait, is JC done?
He's done.
Okay, yeah, Chelsea.
Yeah, I'm done, man.
He's cooked.
Anyways, I know a lot of people. Thank you for coming out. I'd love to shout out my #1 fan, Ek, in Twitch chats. He's fighting the good fights. Respect for him and what he
Man,
does.
shut
you
your
know.
dumbass up, Chelsea. Oh, hell nah.
This is just Dorado.
Just wait till the stream goes offline. I got
It
words for
pretty
you.
much is. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I hope you found this.
Dude, that's
guys-
great.
You
You guys,
got hybrid.
you got hybrid.
That's so great.
Oh, did I really? Oh,
Yeah.
my fault, hybrid. Go ahead.
Man.
My fault. I thought he
I don't have
won.
any-
I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's motherfucker.
Shout out to my team. Hey, Orange in chat. That's it. That's it. I'm good.
Wait, hold on a second. Hold on. What'd you say, JC?
Huh?
What'd you
I didn't say
say?
anything.
What'd you say?
I didn't say anything. What?
No, this really is CCS production. It's so scuffed, man.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah,
Notes for you guys aren't gonna end this then.
JC, go help your friend with their English homework. That's what I'm gonna say.
Oh.
Yeah, cheers, man.
Hey, Spurs, man.
Yeah,
But
cheers.
anyway, thank you all for joining us tonight on the APL podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the content half as much as we enjoyed making it. This is probably like the funniest episode this season so far. And yeah, tune in for Aegis content every day at 8 p.m. Eastern time zone. You don't want to miss it. See you till next time. Peace.